Sometimes, love doesn't arrive softly, sometimes, it crashes into your life, changing everything you thought you knew. Maya Johnson had seen pain through her lens, but she never learned how to stop feeling it. Daniel Park traveled the world filming stories, but never imagined becoming part of one. No introduction, no shared language, just one look. And everything paused. Li Wei had known Daniel since childhood, and she understood him in ways words couldn't. Love rarely asks for permission, and sometimes, it arrives where loyalty already lives. Daniel never said he loved her, but Maya felt it in the way he filmed her work. 3 hearts, 3 languages. And one truth: someone will get hurt. They came from different worlds, different cultures, different languages. They thought understanding would be enough, but love is never simple when hearts speak louder than words. One stayed silent out of loyalty, one loved without permission, and one stood in the middle. Afraid to choose, because some connections feel like destiny, and some choices feel like betrayal. In the end, no one walks away untouched. This was only the beginning. Silence can be peaceful, but sometimes, it becomes the loudest sound in the room. After everything they had shared, after the looks, the moments, the unspoken feelings, nothing was the same anymore. Daniel stopped filming people, Maya stopped smiling through her lens, and Li Wei watched love slowly pull them apart. Daniel had always believed stories were safer behind a camera. If he filmed pain, it wasn't his. If he recorded love, it couldn't hurt him. But this time, the story refused to stay on the screen, because the hardest truth he faced was not choosing between 2 women, but choosing between fear and honesty. Maya had seen suffering before. She had photographed loss, hunger, and survival, but nothing prepared her for this. Loving someone who didn't know how to choose her out loud. She wasn't angry, she was tired of being brave for everyone else, while her own heart remained unseen. Li Wei had translated words her whole life. But how do you translate love, when it was never meant to be spoken? She loved Daniel before anyone noticed him, before the cameras, before Maya, and yet she loved him enough to step back, even if it broke her. 3 hearts stood at the edge of truth, and none of them were ready for what honesty would destroy, because silence had already done enough damage, and love was about to demand a decision. There comes a moment when silence stops protecting anyone, when not choosing becomes a choice of its own, and that moment had arrived. Daniel finally understood that love doesn't need perfect timing, but it does demand courage, and courage was something he could no longer delay. But some truths arrive too late, and some hearts hear them differently. What Daniel said that night would change everything. Watch out for Chapter 2.